Howdy, folks. A lot of people go over what's in their survival kit, and I thought I'd, well, join the bandwagon, so here we go. All right, I've dumped out the components in the survival kit, and what is really good if you have a survival kit is dumping it all out and putting it all back. And this gives you practice, when you're in the field. And although I've never been in a situation where my survival pack saved my life, I can tell you it's helped me in lots of everyday situations that were, I guess, emergencies. Okay, so let's look at the case itself. On my case, I have glued magnets to this multi-tool, which has scissors, a knife, bottle opener, unnecessary, but whatever, screwdriver, magnifying glass, and can be used as a signaling device. Also has little rulers here. I don't know, whatever. But they go on the outside of the box, and this allows me to not have to open the box if I just need a knife or something. And also that's why there's a razor blade taped to the outside, so I don't have to open the kit to get a razor blade, which seems to be the kind of thing that you open the kit all the time to get. All right. Now, most of the things I have in my survival kit are in the SAS Survival Handbook list. I have, I think, just about everything that they suggest on the list, plus a couple extra things. This is thermal plastic. It is fairly durable, and it becomes molten in boiling water. And it can be used to fix little parts of things. It just has a million uses. It's just a wad of plastic. There's a very low melting point, but at room temperature is rock hard. It's called thermal plastic. It's thin, fits right in the box. There we go. Of course, we have a little saw. Little piece of a hacksaw always comes in handy. Another razor blade, and the thin things generally go in first. Here are another couple razor blades here you could use to shave if you were brave. And of course, razor blades have 1,000 uses. Here's some sewing needles, and they're in this kind of sticky cellophane stuff that sticks to itself. You can get it at the grocery store. It's great for survival packs. It's better than a vacuum sealer, and it keeps things... My needles would always rust, so I've done this. All right. Needles important. These are inserts to pens. And as you can see, they pack very, very small. And they're great. Some people use pencils. Here's some cigarette rolling papers. They're great for tinder. Strike Anywhere matches, just a bunch of them. Now, I realize that these could get wet, but they can dry out as well. A couple other matches, just in case you're in a pinch, and a few little strikers. Fire is important. A magnifying glass, mostly for splinters. You might be able to start a fire with this one. Usually I have a bigger one in there, and a flint and stone, which for some reason aren't in here, so I'm glad I'm showing you this so I can replace those items immediately. Several little parts of wire, also good for repairing things. This isn't a garrote. It certainly looks like one. It's a flexible saw. It doesn't have a million uses, but it's really good at what it's supposed to do, which is be a flexible saw. Some line could be used just about for anything. Fishing, if you had to, I suppose. And a couple hooks. And remember, there's a bunch of little fishing hooks in here. You got to be in the deep woods and starving to death before these hooks come in handy. Although you can catch birds with them as well, and they can be used for retrieving things that have fallen, like let's say down a storm drain. Now remember, a small fishing hook can catch a small fish or a big fish, so smaller hooks are essential. Or from what I've been told, but I'm from the Maritimes, so I got that information in my blood. Here's a little bit of electrical tape. Not a lot, just a little bit. In fact, I think I'm going to beef up on that. I'm glad I'm reviewing this because I'm analyzing it myself and realizing I could have a little bit more of a couple different things. Tweezers, of course, you don't need them a lot, but when you need them and don't got them, boy, it really sucks. Another little razor blade. Here's another. These are razor blades. There's 5 razor blades in here that are replacements for those little pencil sharpeners. A couple of these little zip ties. I think I'll put some bigger ones in there. A thumbtack, I'm not quite sure where I put that in there. That was just instinct. Here's a little blinky light, little diode light. I'm not going to activate that. Copper paper clips, they're wire. They count as wire. More fishing hooks. Water purification tablets, pretty self-explanatory. I think there's about probably 8 or 10 in there. And I've taken them out of the bottle and glued the instructions on the side underneath tape. I do notice, though, I replace those every year or so because they get a little nasty even if you seal them up. Got enough fishing hooks here? Yeah, we do. An elastic band, a little piece of metal. That's the only fishing weight I keep in my kit. Space is important to me. Tiny compass, self-explanatory. And that's it. Oh, and here's the only luxury item, a cigarette. Very small portion of a cigarette trapped inside of a straw tube. Now, I don't smoke anymore, but you'd be surprised the negotiation power of one cigarette once all the other cigarettes are gone. So it looks like that. That's my survival kit. And of course, elastic bands are useful and keep the kit closed. So that was it. It will have a flint and stone and larger magnifying glass as soon as I stop this video. And obviously I took those out during an emergency and forgot to replace them. So that's why it's good to check on what's in your kit. And remember, if you don't keep your kit on you at all times, well, then it's pretty much useless as a survival tool. So that's my kit. What do you think? Blech.